Now I'm going to remove the inner one. You can see the rubber gaiter. I'm gonna try to save it, so I'm remove this clamp and the one further down on the other end. I'll show you when it's removed how that looks like. I'm gonna remove the nut from the rod as well, and I'm gonna use a special tool in order to be able to remove the inner tie rod end. So here is the rubber gaiter removed. On this end you have this small clamp. Basically you just push these two tabs on it together and you can remove the clamp. It's fairly obvious. The other one is a click or clip, or what it is called. So what I've done, where you see this space, I used a long screwdriver, put it in there and undone it, twist it and undone it, and then I just pulled the whole gaiter so I could save it. And now I can remove the inner tie rod end. So to remove the inner tie rod end you have two options. One is here. This is fairly cheap tool. It's £10 I guess from Amazon. So basically you put it around the tie rod end, tighten it all the way, then use an extension and a ratchet and undo it. It works because on this car I've done that side with this, because this tool was still on the way out for delivery, so I didn't have it at that time. But I tightened it that side with this tool. So basically it has three adapters. It shows the range. So this is from 35 to 40 mil. I think this is the one I'm gonna use. So basically you just put it around the tie rod end, then put this extension onto the rod, and here you either use a square ratchet or a spanner and undo it that way. And there is another tool which looks exactly like this. So you have this big tool or extension, and you have various different adapters for different sizes. That's, I think, maybe from 27 mil up till, let's say, 30 something mil. I prefer this one because this one automatically adjusts itself to the proper size you need. So let me show you how to do it. So the extension and the adapter is now in one piece. Now you just slide it over the rod all the way, and it's supposed to lock. Yeah, I can see it's not moving. So now I just connect the extension for the ratchet and the ratchet itself, and then I'm going to undo it. Unfortunately I will need both of my hands for that, so I cannot show on camera, but I will show you the result. So here you have it, the inner tie rod removed. I definitely recommend this tool over the other one. This is less complicated and involves less job around it, but it's slightly more expensive. This one is £45 if I remember correctly, and the other one is £10 or £12. So whichever you prefer, go get it, because otherwise you won't be able to undo the tie rod end. The drop link which is there. So now I'm going to undo it and remove it. Basically there are only two nuts, one down there which is facing that way, and one here which is facing towards us. Just remove this cable and the bracket, and now you have access to the top bolt. I'm gonna use WD-40 on it and try to undo it with the impact gun. If that not works, I will either try to hold it from the rear with something, a spanner or pliers, and undo the nut. And I'm going to repeat the same step on the bottom nut as well, so stay tuned. It's a 17mm nut. I'm gonna use a socket with the impact gun. I hope it will undo it, because there is a chance the thread will be spinning with the nut. So I may use another method, but let's see if this works. Oh yeah, it worked. So now I'm going to try the same with the bottom one. So with the bottom I wasn't that lucky. I have, because there is not too much space there, so I couldn't fit the impact gun. So I used just a regular spanner, and as you can see, here is the nut. So I used another spanner whilst holding this nut and then undoing the one from the other side. So now both nuts they are undone. Now I just need to get out the drop link from its place. I'm gonna use a hammer and just hammer it out. Yeah, and now I can remove it. It was fairly easy. Now you can just replace the old one with the new part.